brings you to this holiday train special? What car is running off?
Well, we have some 1960s era cars, like the ones you see depicted in this model, like the Redbirds. We have some special cars called the World's Fair cars, 1964. They're the blue and white ones, and we have some blue and whites. We have some reds. We have some bright reds. So we have a unique mixture of these era cars.
Okay, so are these the cars that ran on the 7 line in the early 2000s?
Yes, like the World's Fair cars ran on the 7 line, for example, and the Redbirds, like the one depicted here, ran on other lines as well.
Okay, and why is the holiday train special being held on the IRT, not on the IND?
Well, I think they did a change of pace. I mean, it's also good that they did it on the number lines for once, than the letter lines. I mean, it's also, even though it's a shorter trip, I mean, it's still better than having nothing, you know? Better than doing the same routine over and over again.
It's been some time since the last ride of 2019.
No, they did the holiday run last year, I believe.
No, that was the R32. That was the R32.
No, before that, they did the holiday train, the same one, but a different one. I keep forgetting which ones. I don't go to these often, but this is the only one I go to, the first one.
Okay.
Just so, you know, you enjoy meeting old friends and bumping into new ones.
So just tell me, like, did you ride these trains back?
I rode the one like you see here in the late 1980s as a child on the 2 and 5 lines and the 4 lines. I got to ride them later as a teenager on the 7 line. So I got the opportunity to ride not only the Redbirds that you see here, but the blue and white ones on the museum train during the few occasions that we have the opportunity to.
So what else do you want to say about what are you dressed up as?
No, I'm just wearing my gear that I like to show. To show that I'm a dedicated rail fan. Just like many of the people you see here, you'll see them decked out in various clothing and outfits. And I'm just here to support the transit system.
That's great. And what else do you want to say?
Well, I just hope everyone here is having a good time, and let's hope to keep this going.
Can you spell your name?
Zorick Johnson, Staten Island, New York.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, but the thing is, you still have control of these things. Like you get to switch phones.
NYKO.
So it's all seeing the reaction. what's your thoughts on seeing these old World Square cars running?
It brings back memories. I'm 69 and I rode in all of them. And it's great to know that they lasted this long. Still working great.
You said you worked on the 7 line for how long?
About 5 years, and also system-wide, a lot of IRT and BMT, IND, track inspector, and then emergency response to finish out my career. Put in 30 years with the system.
So when did you retire from the transit system?
Excuse me?
When did you retire from the transit system?
In 2018, 30 years, 4 months, 2 days.
Wow.
And I had a great career, management, the hours that I worked with, no problems. No problems. It's a good job to have.
So what's your thoughts on this is the first time they're having it since the pandemic, so what's your thoughts on the management training?
I don't know, because it's good to see the trains back, and it's good to see the system running at full capacity now.
Can you spell your name?
Excuse me?
Can you spell your name?
Fred, F-R-E-D, R-O-S-S-I-T-T-O.
All right, thank you.
Express stops only. Making up as we go along.
Can you announce the stops again?
Sure. 42nd Street, change for the A, C, E, NRQ 2 and 3. Grand Central Shuttle in the number 7 train. Express stops only to 137th Street.
All right, thank you.
Midnight Rider.
When?
It was Thanksgiving.
Thursday.
It was Wednesday.
Tell me, what is your thoughts on seeing the World Square cars in service holidays?
I'm very happy. You know, the last couple of years, it's always been over on 6th Avenue, and it's a little something new this year. I'm very happy. I've never really gotten to ride a train of many colors before, so I'm thrilled.
So, are you going to be riding for the next few weeks?
Probably. I'll be doing another few trips maybe next weekend.
What about miles in transit? Is he being here?
Maybe. We'll see.
All right. So just tell me, how long have you been a railfed enthusiast for?
Since I was a kid. I grew up with Thomas the Tank Engine, and as my dad says, I never grew out of it.
Are you from the New York area?
Yes, I'm from the Upper West Side.
Upper West Side?
96th Street.
And
2 and the 3.
What makes the New York City subway system special?
It's fantastic. You can go pretty much anywhere in the city on the train at any time of day.
A lot of New Yorkers, they have gripes and complaints about the subway system. So what's your thoughts to people that aren't rail enthusiasts?
I feel like people have complained about the system since the day it opened, but at the end of the day, it still moves half the city every day. So, you live with it.
So what else do you want to say?
The subway's great. I'm happy they're doing the holiday trains. I'm happy a lot of people are enjoying it.
Can you spell your name?
Jeremy, Z as in zebra, O-R-E-K.
You have to pay a second fare. So if you want to go back down on the train, we'll be there a little after 3 o'clock. 125th Street next.
Wait, no, like what? 4 or 5 years old?
137th will follow. 137 the last stop. 125, last chance to transfer downtown without paying a fare.
We all agree that it's are you the guy?
125.
Birds are fake. What? Birds are fake. Not birds are fake.
Birds aren't real. Yeah, it's a bit heavy for the next hour, and then it gets light. I'm looking at the
The street will be the last stop. Last stop. Wait for the next train. 137, last stop.
The train running to the holidays.
137th will be the next and the last stop. All passengers
I don't know.
must exit the train. The next stop, 137th Street.
I think
No
this is a really
passengers
great
after
opportunity
137.
to, if you're like a tourist here, I think it would be great to do because like you go outside. It's a really fun thing to do during the holidays.
Did your parents rode this train back in the 90s?
Yeah, pretty much. I think so.
Okay, but you know what this train is called, right?
The holiday train. My brother calls it the mystery train.
Mr. Train. So, are you gonna come again next week? Because they're running for like 2 weekends. Or...
I want to go next week.
And how long you been riding the train for?
Since 72nd Street.
Are you from the New York area or like?
Yes.
We're in the 5 boroughs, Manhattan, Brooklyn.
Okay.
That's so. Can you spell your name?
ALBXANDRA.
All right, thank you. So I could catch this at the 125th, or? Tell me, what's your thoughts on the world's third cars being run today?
This feels nostalgic because this is my first time in 19 years riding these because I was born 2 months before these were even retired. So I was lucky enough to be born in 03, but you know, didn't get a chance to ride them. But this is my chance now to ride these and experience everything, you know? Have this experience of riding a Redbird as a child once more.
Can you spell it out your name?
Brian, B-R-I-A-N.
All right, thank you. Tell me what brings you to the vintage holiday train event here?
I've been coming since 2017, and it's one of my favorite things as a holiday, and I really missed it during COVID.
All right, so a lot of vintage people, like, they're kind of a little disappointed some of the trains look somewhat new, but you know, obviously to rail enthusiasts, these trains ran in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. So what's your thoughts on the new change up in the cars? You still think it gives a good vibe for the vintage event?
I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
I think I was in the 90s car, but there's still ones that are 1940s, so it's going to be more crowded, but you could still go and see it.
So you've been coming here since 2017?
Yeah, that was my first time.
What you dressed up as? I'm just curious.
This is
Can you move the back so I can get a shot?
Oh,
the outfit shot.
Oh, I know, right? Do like a twirl.
Yeah.
So like, what type of outfit do you
This is very like 1940s inspired, a little bit of 1950s. I believe the brand is called Laura Byrne.
So are you trying to go like with a Katharine Hepburn type of look?
Kinda, yeah. Katharine Hepburn and Audrey Hepburn. Yeah, in that general. And she's very like Marlene Dietrich.
Yeah, so mine is very menswear inspired. So I just like taking menswear concepts and really making it feminine. So hence like, you know, no like blouse under. So yeah, I mean, I can do a little, yeah.
Very Marlena Dietrich.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah,
Yeah, for a couple of years.
yeah.
How long have you been living in New York City for?
Me about 15 years, even though technically I'm in Jersey now, but
Jersey.
in Union
Jersey.
City.
We're in Jersey.
Union City, so I'm like 5 minutes from the tunnel.
And you? Are you from New York originally?
So I'm originally from Mexico and I was living in California. I've been in New York for 9 years. She actually introduced me to the train.
I was like, you gotta check out this tradition.
You know the train cars, or are you just like, no, it's an old train?
So I'm more for the 1940s, 1950s vintage aspect of it rather than, you know, the trains, which I think are cool too. But I'm more for the style and the fashion and stuff.
More like rail fan enthusiasts here.
Yeah, you get a mixture of everyone, which is kind of what makes it fun.
So are you gonna ride us all the way to Chambers Street?
Yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, we're hoping there's more music and a lot of times there's music and bands and photographers
So where
and
did you
stuff.
heard about this? You heard it like social media, this event?
So I actually heard it on the news.
Yeah, you heard about it.
Yeah, that they were bringing it back because I wasn't sure, you know, with the past 2 years they weren't doing it. And there wasn't a lot of information, so we're kind of playing it by ear.
Right, yeah. So I mean, the swing community usually comes out, and we're also swing dancers. That's kind of the other, like...
You're dancers too?
Yeah, well,
You dance swing, she also does salsa.
Yeah, so we're swing dancers. No, I'm
Just
like
for fun.
just, yeah. Not choreographer, but...
I'm a person who asks questions.
Oh, nice, yeah. Okay.
So, do you like, I'm trying to say, so now a serious question.
Yeah.
The pandemic started in 2020, a lot of things got shut down. Do you think New York City has returned back to normal, or you think it's still...
My God, 100%. Like, look at all these people. Like the streets are crowded, you know, Broadway shows are running. I feel like it's 2019 again.
That's great. So what are you going to be doing after this?
Gonna do lunch?
Yeah, grabbing a bite.
We're gonna go eat.
Right?
We're getting hungry.
Yeah. We're just waiting for the train.
We're getting on the train, yeah. Exactly.
Do you have anything else you want to say?
Just we're happy to be back and hopefully all the holiday traditions return and they never go away again because that was very sad.
All right. Now, can you ladies spell your name?
I'm Christy, Kristy.
You?
Maria, Maria.
All right. Thank you, Maria.
Thank you so much.
Oh, the old piss smell. Huh? The old piss smells around.
To take care of it and didn't want to pay for it. That's this.
Can you spell your name?
I'm a bummer. It doesn't pay because it's already gone. This color is not that good either. Not.
So I work at Live Labs News. We're
22 actually.
22, yeah.
Yeah. This would have been like the post GOH after it was
Twilight Zone.
Yeah. It's fair.
I got the book.
Yep, I'm always prepared. The scouts, always be prepared. That's what they looked like back in 1964 when we hosted the World's Fair in Queens.
Yeah.
So these cars were basically appropriate for the time, just to introduce tourists and people even from around the country, around the world, to come to the World's Fair on brand new subway cars, and that's what these cars came. And let me see, I can show you another one real fast. This is the mainline version, so they would have been redone years later. Like you see, they had the gray birds, the blue and white birds, and the white ones to camp at graffiti during the late 70s. And these would have been after what is called the post-GOH, the general overhaul, to the Redbird colors we see today. So we do have the vintage fleet and some of the cars of the old fleet, like these here, which has the number signage below next to the cab instead of on top of the cab. And let me see, I can find one more photo for you. This is the, like I said, this is the R36, another set of World's Fair cars. And this is what they are today. This is the one you would recognize now in later years as part of the International Express, aka 7 line, when they were retired around 2001 or 2003, one of those two.
Have you seen the Warriors?
Huh?
Have you seen the Warriors?
I remember that from back, it was before my time. I didn't watch the movie offhand, but I heard the gist of it.
Okay, I was gonna ask if you knew which.
I got 2 copies. The former MT president, Andy Byford, actually signed a copy of this book. And I don't have the copy. It's in the safe. Under lock and key. So we have some of the cars, the main fleet, like you see here, and some of the cars that were retired. Let me see. I'll show you ones that were recently retired, for example. Let me see. No. Okay. These were recently retired in just January this year. These are what they looked like in 1964. Brand spanking new out of the factory. And they were built by the Bug Company in Philadelphia. And as you can see, they went through, you see the photos, like you'll see through the decades, like the 70s, late 60s, you see the graffiti era where it started to get dirtied up. Then they get rebuilt and repaired. And this is what they look like today before they were retired in January 2022.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. They could have kept me going. I mean, it's just that they want to prioritize newer cars here. When it was freezing, it was getting cold in here. It was warm in here now.
Nice to have a different route.
I guess there are worse things to be fanatical about.
There is. It's worse, trust me.
So what brings you to this holiday train special?
Well, we're in town for a concert at Lincoln Center tonight, and we're looking for something to do on a rainy day, and happened to find that this only runs a few days a year.
Are you from the New York area?
We're from the Philadelphia area.
Attention everyone,
We drove in
after
today.
14th Street, the next stop on this train will be Chambers Street. The next stop will be 18th Street, followed by 14th
Never
Street,
ridden one of
and
these
then
trains.
Chambers Street.
We ride the subway a lot, but
Right. So when you look at these trains here and you hear people talking about the history about the trains, saw that gentleman talking about it. So what does it make you feel about visiting New York City at times?
oh, it's a great vibe. The only thing we were saying is we'd love to have Christmas music playing while the
just saying little tunes of Christmas holiday.
This is 18th Street.
But it's really cool. It's a nice glimpse of history.
So where in the Philly metro area you're from?
Bucks County, Montgomery County. So we're just suburbs. Yep.
All right. Can you spell your name?
Nalene,
Chambers
N-A-L-E-N-E.
Street bound one train. The next stop is
Jen,
14th
J-N.
Street. Stand clear.
I might as well. I've been there in my lifetime 209 times.
Whoa.
Okay.
Wow.
That's why first
Chambers Street. For local service, please wait for the next one train. Next stop is 14th Street, followed by Chambers Street.
We got you.
Enjoy the ride.
Wyoming Avenue, Second Avenue, Non-Second Avenue, right?
ride the nostalgia train every year now since I was at least 13, 14, and it's nice to see new cars being used. When I say new, I mean not the R1s, which are the original A green trains, for those that don't know what I'm talking about. And yeah, I always do this, so I figured since I don't have to meet friends for another 2 hours, I figured I'd catch it today. I'm gonna try next couple of weeks with a friend.
So it's been 2 years since this event's happened. We had a pandemic that turned the world upside down and turned the city upside down. Do you think things will come back to normal?
Depends on what you mean by normal. I think as far as just trying to keep things going for the most part, yeah, I would say so. I would say to a degree. I would say to a degree, yes. Things do get affected, but yeah, it's a little more relaxed. Things are just slowly going back to just regular function.
Yeah, so there were other nostalgia rides. There was the R32 final run.
Yeah.
There's a train of many bells in September or something.
Yeah, there was a parade of trains, basically.
Parade of trains, yeah. Did you go to any of those events?
Yeah, I did. I went to the one in September. They surprised us with the R32s, and then I did ride the R32s at least twice for their retirement runs because they took over for the nostalgia train last year. So yeah, it was good to ride.
How has the train museum managed you? So last year's 32 final run, I heard was somewhat of a disaster. I didn't know from the beginning.
Quite frankly, I think that just comes with the territory of dealing with people who are over enthusiastic, especially when you're dealing with a situation where a lot of people have been, for lack of a better word, going crazy. They just get a little rambunctious. So I think it's a matter of just making sure people pay attention to who's doing what, but of course can't control everybody like that. I think they'll slowly manage again, but I think it depends on who's in charge and what they're telling their staff. But you're dealing with people in public,
So what is your message to the trains museum and the LTA for today?
For today, I would say be transparent, keep a consistent flow of construction in a proper way where it doesn't hurt your riders too much, and maintain your existing fleet for as long as they can. And bring style back to the subway cars because they look too much the same. Like these cars, what makes them interesting is that they have color. I know they got rid of color because graffiti, but be inventive. Please bring color, bring style back. If you can. That's my message to them.
Okay. So can you spell your name?
Max, M-A-X, or Maximilian, better yet. M-A-X-I-M-I-L-I-A-N.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, it does give a holiday vibe. Tell me, what brings you to this holiday train event? Can you speak a little louder?
Just want everybody to have fun.
Enthusiast for?
Since 2019.
Okay. Well, what is your favorite part about the train?
Just about colors and then you could recommend train.
Okay. Can you spell your name? Can you spell your name?
It is R-A-Y-A-C-Y-A-S.
All right, thank you.
It was like blunt as hell, like cheese. You actually saw corsets. Like when women were still wearing corsets.
This is a 137th Street bound to one train. The next stop is Houston Street. Stand clear of the Golden Doors, please.
The PA system is very good though.
Why did they stop?
So tell me, what brings you to the front car of this Halloween train?
Trying to get the front view.
Front view.
Yeah. It's gonna look a little impossible, but I have my ways.
So how long have you been riding this holiday train for?
My first time was last year on the R32 retirement, and this is basically my second year.
Okay. And how long have you been waiting all day to get to the front?
I wasn't really in the rush to get to the front. This is basically, just gonna try, and if I can't get it now, then I just get on the other days, because I'm gonna go on all 4 days.
For the R32, that's the one that for the Starship train last year.
Yeah.
And then this took out for the Starship trips too. How many cars you got?
So what's your message to the Transit Museum and the MTA in regards to this whole holiday train thing?
The only thing I have to say to them is thanks for, making this moment special.
And can you spell your name?
Gregory. Gregory.
Thank you.
You got it.
Train road or train land? Or is it, not really a store, it's just a curb like you gotta order online. You gotta order online to get a train road? Yeah. Yeah, but for train land, you yo, can I hold that?
Because they took out the bridge.
Someone drop something?
Yeah.
Need help?
Yeah.
The holiness.
approximately 5 o'clock. 125th Street will be your last chance for the free transfer. There is no free transfer at 135th
What's your thoughts on this holiday train of the World's Fair cars being run on the one train to 137th and Chambers today?
It's actually pretty good. I didn't actually think they're gonna use these trains for the holiday train. Normally it would be the 1930 subway cars.
Right. And your thoughts on this event? It's going to be held for another 2 weekends. So are you going to be here again next week?
Oh yes, all Sundays.
All Sundays. So what's your message to the MTA and the Transit Museum for holding this?
I think they are great. They're amazing for this. Yeah, I have nothing else.
Okay, and how long have you been a rail enthusiast for?
Oh, for about since June 2013.
June 2013?
Yes.
So you know the exact date. What got you into doing this stuff?
I've seen a lot of videos of trains coming to the station. Now I'm like, hey, why can't I do this? Sure. And I did it. I did my first video all the way in 2013 in Brooklyn.
And where are you in the 5 boroughs you're at?
Brooklyn.
Okay. And now that the pandemic is somewhat over, do you think things have come back to normal in New York or not yet?
Sort of. There's some regulations with masks with hospitals and other places.
Yeah, but the mask mandate was taken down recently. Do you know that? Or?
Yeah, I know that. Because I'm still going to wear a mask though, for my safety.
Okay. And what is your message to your other rail enthusiast friends?
Hey, if you like rail fighting, keep doing it. It will be it's a good hobby.
Can you spell your name?
Rafael.
And what camera are you using?
It's a Sony CX-45, and it has seen better days. Okay. It's seen better days, yes.
All right, thank you. So, can you tell me, like, what made you come to this event today for the holiday train event?
Well, the fact is that I've been going through them for a whole lot of years, and I've been I've been a member of the Transit Museum since 1995.
1995, so
yes,
25 plus years.
Oh yeah, basically.
How long have you been involved since you were in high school, or what?
Well, not that part in high school, but I've been doing that since I was like high school and everything, and but not nothing that requires the transit high school.
Okay. And what do you do?
Oh, I was a messenger, and I've been doing messenger work for years, and I use the subways a lot more frequently and everything. And that's the time being I've been doing for these past over 20 years, since 1996, outdoor messenger work. And also when in high school, I was working at the VA hospital working in the mailroom.
Okay. So how long have you been a rail fan enthusiast for?
A lot of years, ever since I was 3 years old, when growing up and everything. And then when I started to be in a part of the Transit Museum, it started since 1995 and everything. I do a lot of research and stuff because I'm an expert.
Okay. And now that the holiday train is back, and what's your thoughts on them using the R36 World Fair series over the older cars?
Well, because it's just something new and a good change and everything. But I still always like the old pre-war cars and everything. But that's the best ones that they came out with, so that people can understand where it came from the beginning.
So, are you going to be here for the next weekend?
Pretty much, definitely. I'm going to keep that in mind to do it and everything. And I'm going to, I just like riding these trains a lot because this is my life. It's my life, my passion, everything.
Okay. You have anything else you want to say?
Yeah, I'm just happy it just came back. It came back, and welcome back, and just hope this keep going on for forever.
All right. So my other question is, do you think things have come back to normal after the pandemic?
Well, as long as the air is clean, it'll be all right. As long as they start cleaning it, it'll be fine. That's all I say.
Can you spell your name?
Okay, my nickname's KC. My name's KC Roberts.
Can you spell it for me?
It's just K and a C Roberts.
Thank you.
Okay.
These was in 2003.
Do you want to go to that one or?
The Bluebird. 116th Street will be next.
For some reason, he doesn't look good. So this is going to go local to South Ferry?
Chamber Street.
Chambers?
If you get on quick, you'll be a local. If you take your time, we'll be an express. Yeah, I mean, if we had a bigger...
Bill Wall sent me an email this morning, congratulations, good luck, I wish you the best, blah, blah, blah. I sent him a response already. I said, I'll call you out of retirement for the next two.
110th Street. Cathedral. She's got a door like ours. Number 1 train. 1 train to Chambers. Number 1. Oh, we got a Fergie. Oh, God. Step in.
What is
Just a badge.
Huh?
Myself.
So, but the mask, what's the mask for?
This is who I am.
This is who I am? Okay.
This is who I am. You know.
So, what brought you to the holiday train event here?
I mean, this is one of my favorite trains when it comes to the MTA Subway. I like the R33, the Redbird. You know what I'm saying? I haven't really gone on one until now, so it's like my favorite train.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
And are you going to come again next weekend?
So, you know, I'm going to take as many pictures as I can before next year or whenever they start to run these trains again. You feel me? I like to have this moment, have this historical moment. You know what I'm saying?
Can you spell your name?
My name? You know what I'm saying? Can't give it that, but just know it's Venom. That's all.
Thank you.
No problem.
So, what do you think of this holiday train service they have on the 1 train?
I think it's really, really amazing that they're finally running it on the 1. And like before this occasion, like they would always do it on like the F line with the R19s, but having the Redbirds be the holiday train is a really nice change. And also because I'm a really big fan of the Redbirds, so yeah.
Okay, and how long have you been a rail enthusiast for?
I've been a rail enthusiast for a pretty long time. I've liked trains since like at least 2009 as far as I can recall.
Okay, and what is your message to the MTA and the New York City Transit Museum?
My message is that I want to wish them a big thank you for like having this event take place in the first place. It must take a lot of really hard work behind the scenes to like make things like this happen. So yeah, just a big thank you to the MTA and the museum for making this happen.
Okay, and do you think we come back from the pandemic in New York back normally?
It depends. Like for some, like it's irredeemably gone to the point where they move down. For others, it's sort of back, but I'm not sure. Not sure what to make of it.
Can you spell your name?
My name is Jacob. J-A-C-O-B.
Thank you. Tell me, what brings you to the holiday train event?
Well, I heard on Tuesday that there was going to be a Redbird running on the 1, and I wanted to see a Redbird on the 1 for literal years. And the Redbirds definitely have a very different feel from other trains. Like the poles are much thicker. These are the last trains with the Straphangers bars, and just overall the red scheme is iconic.
So, did you ever ride these trains when you were like a little? Or?
Never. Sadly, the Redbirds retired. Redbirds retired in the exact same year when I was born, 2003.
Okay.
Yep. I was born in May. They died in November.
So, what's your thoughts on the MTA and New York City Transit doing this event?
It's awesome. awesome. I'm glad that they're running a Redbird on the 1. This is literally amazing. I just wish it came up to 145th Street.
And do you think we could return from the pandemic?
86th Street next.
We're working our way back. I wouldn't say we're 100% there yet, but we're definitely working our way back.
All right, thank you. Can you spell your name?
Khantanaz, K-A-H-N-T-A-N-A-Z. I also go by Techno on Instagram and YouTube.
All right, thank you. First time, let's go. Wait, you expect
Chambers will be the last stop. 66th Street next. Times Square will be next, 40 seconds.
But they ended up crashing the downtown Seattle when they had a market because they just like flood on all the streets all over it. Like nobody would have like hotels kind of.
Trying to build an air train. Whiskey.
Houston Street next. Service to South Ferry, take the train behind this one. Yep. Chambers Street will be last. Next, last stop, Chambers Street, all past. Go to South Ferry, take the train directly behind this one. Chambers, next, last stop. Please exit the train here, Chambers Street. Thanks for riding. We'll be back. Next train.